$19,000. That is how much money I had across two credit cards. I thought I had a plan to pay it off as soon as possible, but shortly after, I quickly realized my plan wasn't going to work out. Does that sound familiar? Hi, I'm Shantae, and I help first gen young adults who feel financially stressed even while making good money, confidence, and a plan to create the financial future they deserve. This video is for you if you have credit card debt and you're ready to get out of it. If you've ever used your credit card and think, I'm going to pay it off later. And if you're tired of just being stressed about credit card debt. If that is you, I've been there before and I want to show you exactly how I got out of credit card debt. But first, story time. It was 2019 and I started a business, my first business that has failed. That's a story for a different day. And if you want to hear more about that, leave it down in the comments and I'll make a separate video for that. But I started a business and my capital strategy for the business was to open two credit cards and pay it off when the business started making money. Well, that never happened. And even when it was all said and done, I still was stuck with paying off $19,000 in credit card debt. So before we get into how I paid off, that's a lesson in itself. You should never use your credit card if you don't have funds to pay it off right away. I think that's how we all get caught up in this cycle, this vicious credit card debt cycle, thinking that, oh, I'll just pay it off when I get paid. I'll just pay it off when I get the money. I'll just pay it off when this, that. And sometimes that doesn't never happen. But luckily for me, the two credit cards, because they were brand new, I had a no interest period. It was 12 months, and my goal was to pay it off before that interest kicked in. Number one, make a goal. I want to pay off X amount of debt in X amount of months. For me, it was I want to pay off $19,000 in 12 months. Next, pick a strategy. Are you going to pay it off using the snowball method or the avalanche method? The difference between those methods is the way in which you pay it off. If you're using the snowball method, you're going to pay your balances off by the least amount of balances versus the avalanche method, which is you're paying them off based on how high the credit card interest rate is. One is an emotional way to attack your debt. One is a financial way or mathematical way to attack debt. For me, I'm always going to pick the avalanche method for paying off debt because I'm just a logical person. Sometimes I do a mix of the scenarios, but choose which one makes sense for you that will keep you motivated and keep going. That is what is important. But in this particular scenario, I did not have to worry about interest. But in the event that I fall short of my goal of paying off $19,000 in 12 months, I wanted to make sure that I was tackling the one that had the highest amount of interest for when that interest kicked in. So I look at the two credit cards. I found their interest rate on my statements, and then I attacked the debt in that way. Luckily, I did that because I actually did not meet my goal of paying it off in 12 months. I actually paid it off in 19 months. So I paid a little bit of interest on the balances, but at least it was the smaller amount of balances when that 12 months no interest period expired. Number three, you want to allocate extra money to the balances. The more money you add to the balances, the faster you will be out of credit card debt. So, for example, I am recording this in February 2026. So that means it is tax season. It is bonus season. You should be looking at those funds and thinking, how much of this money am I going to allocate to my credit card debt? Again, the more money you put towards your balances, the faster you will be on credit card debt and the less interest you would pay on credit card debt. Outside of finding additional money or allocating lump sum of monies, you want to be tracking your spending. You need to be budgeting. You can call it what you want, a budget, a conscious spending plan, a money plan, whatever it is, you need a budget. You need to track how much you make and how much you're spending and what is the difference. And that difference needs to be allocated to your credit card if this is your goal to pay off your credit card by a certain date. And number four, keep your plan front of mind. Personally, I believe that if you set a plan and you don't ever look at that plan again, you are less likely to accomplish your goal. So write it on your wall, add it on your vision board, make it the screensaver on your phone. Look at this every day. Tell your friends and family about it so that they can hold you accountable, so that you can be conscious of what is the goal that you are trying to achieve. The more you see it, the more you speak it, the more it will become a reality. And number 5, celebrate your progress, not just when it's all said and done. Paying off your debt is hard, and it can be even harder based on the number of debt you are currently in. But I want you to know that it is possible. I've done it. I've helped other people get out of debt. I know many people who have also get out of debt, and I've read many stories of people doing the same thing. Remember, you can get out of debt. All you need is a plan, discipline, and clarity. If you made it this far in the video, I have a free gift for you. I made a credit card debt calculator. It's what I wish I had when I was paying off debt in 2019. It'll tell you how much interest you're paying, how you can get out of debt faster, which is the goal, and just put all those tips I shared in this video in a easy to use visualization template so that you can accomplish your goal. I'll put the information below so that you can go ahead and check it out for free. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.